Hi, Leo. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to find out what is blocking you from you and your soulmate coming together, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. All right, here we go. Okay, Leo. Overall energy for this week's reading. Oh, it's the Ten of Cups. Okay, I'm trying to wipe the glare. Okay, the Ten of Cups. So this is the Happy Family card. Okay, this is talking about love, right? Underneath this, we have the Fool. All right, this is talking about taking that leap of faith. Then we have the Five of Wands showing up here, which can talk about inner and outer conflict and competition as well. And then underneath this is the Four of Cups. This can speak of, you feeling like you had a missed opportunity. Your person could be feeling like that as well. I feel like this is talking about the older connections that you were in, the ones from the past, okay? All right, so you're guarded, Leo. I see this with the Seven of Wands here. Okay, so we're going to start by clarifying the Ten of Cups. Okay, so what I'm getting here on your side is the seize the opportunity card. So this is Spirit just telling you that with this Ten of Cups, when this love, your Ten of Cups comes in, Spirit is telling you, is advising you to see, to seize this opportunity. Don't let what happened to you in the past stop you from having the love that you want. Because see, this is what you got to understand, Leo. This is just how this life is. I know it don't make no sense. I know a lot of you be shaking your head like, what the fuck? But what is happening is, it's like everything gets thrown at you to see how you deal with it. And then when you ready to give up, that's when the exact shit you want is ready to come in. And that is why I'm here for you, your cheerleader, to try to get you to understand and to see. Don't give up, okay? You should, anything that you really love, that is worth having for you, that is a goal for you, I don't care what anybody throws at you. You need to keep going until you get what it is you want. And I feel like that's what Spirit is telling you, because I tell y'all this all the time. I've said this in many, many videos in the past, that this is about you basically suffering through the slings and arrows of love for you to see if you can keep going, to see, what you're going to do, to see if you're going to be able to persevere. And I know, like I told you, I just said that, right? I know it sounds fucked up. I know it sounds messed up, but this is just the way it is, okay? And I I wish that it was different just like you are, but we are here to learn what we're here to learn. We came down here for a specific reason. We signed up for this shit on the other side. And so you just got to see it through. And I feel like, it's the time for your happiness is now, but you have to pull yourself out of whatever the fuck, happened to you. You got to heal from it and you have to move on. You can't keep beating that dead horse and think that things are going to change. Because I understand you feel like, a lot of that shit you went through, that was the other person's fault. And you don't understand why the fuck you got to go through, what you got to go through. Trust me, I'm right here with you. I done been all these places we talk about. I done been there. I've been there and I've been there before you. Probably been there longer. But I'm saying all of this to say that you just got to push through and you have to keep going. There is a light at the end of the tunnel is what Spirit is saying. But I feel like a lot of you are ready to tap out. But you just got to hang on and not let anything divert you from what you're trying to do. Okay? All right. When it comes to your person, okay, they see you as their divine feminine or their divine counterpart. Let me say that because there's no gender in tarot. I tell you this all the time, Leo. Okay? And then we have false connections showing up here. So this is what you've been through. You've been through a lot of false connections, a lot of people who played you, mistreated you, you know, did the Five of Swords, the breadcrumbing, the telling you they love you and then treating you like shit, saying what they want to say to get you to, you know, pull your pants down or you know, whatever the hell it is. And I know you're fed up with it, right? But you have to keep going for what it is you want, because if you don't do it, think about this. Let's talk about this. I remember I've heard this story several times, but we're going to talk about it right now. Let's talk about Sylvester Stallone, okay? He went through, okay, you see here a A-list actor right now, right? But back in the day when he first started, before Rocky and all the shit took off and blew up, this man was homeless. He slept in, I think he slept in a car. He had to sell his dog. He was that poor. He was that broke that he ended up having to sell his pet because he couldn't afford to take care of it. But it was like, no matter how many times he got rejected, no matter how many times, because like when he was trying to sell his script for Rocky, they were telling him, you know, everybody was telling him no, because they liked the story. They wanted to buy the option to film it. But his stipulation was that he had to play the lead. And so many people, so many studios turned him down and wouldn't do it because, you know, he was an unknown actor. They didn't want to take the chance on him, all these things. But he believed in himself. He believed in what he wanted to do. And he kept on until he got to where he wanted to go. So I'm saying all of this to say that if this man could go through the shit he went through, or let me give you another person, Chris Rock. Okay, comedian, millionaire, he got all this stuff going on. This man, I know for sure, because I remember hearing this come out of his mouth, that he slept in his car. He was talking about when he used to work at McDonald's, all these things. And I know I'm talking about actors, but these are people that wanted what they wanted so badly that they were willing to do whatever they had to do in order to get it. And I'm not telling you to sell your soul or anything like that. But I'm telling you that you're at the finish line now, and don't give up and allow what is going on to take you down, okay? Because you've been through a lot of shit. Like I said, we all have, okay? And I'm not trying to make light of what you've been through or say that, you know, put you down or anything like that, because you're wanting, some of you are wanting to give up, or some of you are fed up. Because like I told you, I understand it. But this is about you putting your foot down and saying, okay, I'm going to get what the fuck I want, no matter what I have to go through in order to do it. You know, within reason, because I feel like what Spirit is asking you to do, it's not a lot. You just have to heal yourself. It's not easy. I'm not going to tell you it's not easy, that it's easy, because it isn't easy. But the things that you want the most, sometimes you got to go through stuff. Sometimes you got to sleep in your car. Sometimes you got to work at McDonald's. Sometimes you got to sell your animal, okay? In order to get to where you're going to get. And, you know, curiously enough, Sylvester Stallone was able to buy back his animal from the person that he sold it to after he got Rocky made and got the money and stuff like that. So I'm saying all of this to tell you that if these people can go through the things that they went through for what they are, look at where they are now. Right? If suppose they had given up, we never would have known a Rocky. We never would have known Chris Rock. Right? So you just got to push through. You can't allow the things that happen in this life, because I know there are things that sometimes it just be shit, and you just be like, can you fucking stop? I get it, but you can get through these things. Is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? So with the false connection, it says the bond may be karmic, temporary, or just meant to teach. Either way, it's not what it appeared to be. So these were just lessons that you needed to learn in order to prepare you for the grand prize. The grand prize is your soulmate, okay? All right, let's move on. So the card we have for you is the Death card. This is Scorpio energy, okay? This is talking about transformation, about, you know, things have to end in order for them to begin. Because look at the caterpillar here. And then look, it goes through the transformation and becomes a butterfly. This is what Spirit is talking about. It's about you needing to transform yourself into this new person that is, you know, open to a loving relationship, that can have an open, you know, a loving relationship, and someone who believes that they can have a loving relationship as well, okay? Even after all the shit you've been through, okay? So we've got the spend some time together card. And I feel like, you know, that's just what's going to happen when the two of you get together. Okay, then we've got walking away showing up here. It says walking away isn't failing, it's choosing yourself. When the path no longer serves you, it's time to move on. So this is just spirit telling you, you know, again, this is about you walking away from the things that no longer serve you. Okay, because I tell y'all this all the time. If you want somebody new to come in your life, into your life, you're going to have to get rid of some of this riffraff. Because I tell y'all all the time that y'all have, you know, people in your lives that are taking advantage of you, that are not treating you properly. And it doesn't matter if they have the same DNA or the same blood running through, you know, through your veins that's running through theirs. It doesn't matter. Because to me, they should be held to a higher standard because that's your fucking family, right? If anybody is supposed to have your back and be there for you, it's them. And the people that call, you know, that you call friends and that call you friends. And if that's not happening, it's up to you to cut that shit away and get rid of these folks and to walk away. Okay. All right. Okay. So when it comes to your person, the energy we have for them, they're showing up as the divine counterpart. So they see you as the divine feminine and they're showing up in the emperor energy, the divine masculine. But like I said, it doesn't matter. There's no gender in tarot. It's just divine counterpart. So with the emperor, this is someone who is practical, someone who is stable, someone who is dependable, right? They may not always be the most romantic person, but I feel like this person for you, they're going to try. And I feel like that's what's most important because it's about the type of person you have in your life, right? So this person is working on refocusing themselves. Let me see what comes up with these cards. So we got platonic passion showing up here. So it says you didn't see it coming, but your heart is waking up to something deeper. The line between friend and lover is starting to get blurry. So like I said, this person has a lot of passion for you already, even though for a lot of you, you have not come together yet. Okay. But they are already, like I said, planning what to do when the two of you come together, like what they want to do. They daydream about what life is going to be like with the two of you together and all of those things. Okay. So the energy between the both of you is the Ten of Wands. This could talk about burdens, okay? This can talk about the things that both of you are carrying, the baggage you're both carrying that you need to let go of, okay? All right, let's clarify. I hear Erykah Badu. You can't hurry up because you got too much stuff. That's what I hear. So this is about you letting go of these burdens with the Ten of Wands so that you can open yourself up, Leo. We talk about this all the time. Like I said, y'all are some of the sweetest people in the world. You'll give anybody the shirt off y'all back. But you can't allow what someone else has done to you to stop you from being who you are. Because like I tell y'all, that means that you've let this person win. If you're allowing somebody to change your character, okay? So with your person, we have third party showing up here. I feel like third party is talking about one of two things. It's either talking about this person being part of the third party when it comes to you, your ex and them, or it's talking about them and you being the third, not the third party, but you being part of the third party, meaning their ex and them and you. That's what I mean. Okay. All right. Not that they see you as like, the mistress or the jump off or the, anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, so when it comes to what's blocking the two of you from coming together, we've got the Ace of Swords showing up here. We have the Six of Swords, okay? And we have the Star, which is Aquarius energy. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is that there's gonna be a need for truth and communication when the two of you come together with this Ace of Swords. But I told you, I feel like your person is casting off the things that have made them shut down in the past, and they are working towards being in the energy to come towards you and be honest about how they feel and to want to communicate with you, okay? And then with the Six of Swords, Spirit is telling you to move forward, stop stagnating and staying in that Four of Cups energy where you feel like you had a missed opportunity, because like I get it, you did. But who the fuck want that person? You gotta let that shit go. Who wants that? Who wants somebody who mistreated them? And, you tried to love this person. They turned their back on you. They breadcrumbed you. They did all of these things. Don't nobody want no fucking shit like that. So to me, if you ask me, you ain't miss out on anything. Like they say, rejection is God's protection. It's a beautiful thing, because think about what your life would have been like had you continued in the connection with somebody who was doing all those things to you. It would have just been adding trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma. Okay, so with the star, this is about healing and about you getting your Ten of Cups, about you getting your wish fulfillment with the star. Okay, but like I said, there is a need to heal, because you have to get these limiting beliefs. Because being around somebody, I tell y'all this all the time, you pick up their shit, they pick up your shit. And if you're around somebody who clearly, like the people that we just talked about in the past that you've been with, who clearly I feel like they're traumatized themselves. They, have been abusive and traumatizing to you. And so who the fuck want to be around, like I said, somebody like that, and somebody with whom they don't love themselves enough to heal themselves? So you got to think about that. Why would we even think that this person would treat you right if they don't even treat themselves right? Think about that. They know that they've been traumatized. They know that they've been hurt. They know all of these things. They know they need to heal, but they rather run from it and hide. How can I explain? How can I say it? Hide that, like shove down and repress their emotions by getting into relationships with other people, or getting into whatever they call them, situationships or whatever, with other people, so that they don't have to deal with their own shit. They consumed with the 3D, because when you all in the 3D, you don't have to look at yourself. You don't have to look at what's going on with you. They would rather go all day long and focus on any other thing that is going on in their lives, instead of focusing on what they need to deal with. So that's what I'm saying. It's crazy for us to think that these people were going to come in and be right. But like I said, they set it up like that and made it like, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, just to reel you in, right? But you just got to realize, you just got to take that lesson and just say, okay, I know what to look for now. I know what the red flags are. And, nobody's ever going to do that to me again. That's all you got to do. Say that. And like I said, remember what your lessons are. That's why I tell y'all, make those lists about what it is you want. Make those lists about what you need from the other person in order to feel loved. Because I'm telling you, if you hit somebody with your list in the beginning, you gonna see what somebody really about, right? You gonna see if the things that they're saying are gonna align with the actions that they're taking. Okay? All right. Let's clarify. Okay, so we've got, for the Ace of Swords, we have release. Okay, so this is about you releasing the things, whatever you've been holding on to when it comes to this situation with this person. Okay, hold on, let me get a card for your person. Yeah, see, your person, that's what your person is doing. The two of you are mirroring, so they are working on releasing the things that are keeping them stuck, so that they can come in with that open heart and be, and unlock tongue, so they can tell you exactly how they feel. Okay, then we've got, with the Six of Swords, Spirit is telling you, if you want to move on, you got to heal your heart. So this is what I'm saying. You got to do this healing anyway, so you might as well do it and get something out of it, right? Get a prize at the end of it by getting the person that you wanna get. I feel like this is what you deserve. It is what you are owed because of the things that you've been through, right? But you have to do what is required. You have to do that. There's no way around it. All right, hold on. Six of Swords. Ooh. Spirit just throwing these cards out. So yeah, your person is, they're following the signs, okay, that Spirit is giving them so that they can move forward. And so, like I said, for you, it's about you healing your heart. Okay, and then with the Star, we've got the Mask showing up for your person. Okay, so it's about them healing so that they can take off the mask and be who they truly are. Right now, they're wearing a mask because I told you they're hiding their feelings from you until the time is right for them to come forward and let you know, right? Like I told you, they're listening to Spirit with the signs card to figure out what they're going to do. But Spirit is telling you, navigate carefully, okay? And pack light. That's what I hear. Erykah Badu, the Bag Lady song. Pack light, so you got to unpack some of this shit that you carrying around, okay? Because let me tell you this, it's a double fucking whammy, Leo. If this person, you got together with this person, this motherfucker used you, told you all this crazy shit, right? They traumatized you, and then you're walking around with the shit that they put on you. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like they fucked you while you was together, and you still getting fucked every time you don't heal your shit. I'm trying to get y'all to see what I'm telling you, because like I said, you don't want this. Look, this person wants you to stay stuck. That's why I keep telling you, this is what they want, because they feel like if you stay stuck, when it becomes a low moment, you'll let anybody in, and then that's when they can tiptoe the fuck back in. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, don't give this person a like unwitting. Let me say this. Let me see how I can say this. Don't unwittingly give this person an in because you shutting down and clamming up because of what the fuck they did. You see what I'm saying? And then you got to realize this too. By you clamming up and shutting down because of what they did, you showing them that they got power over you. Think about that. Think about that shit. Because like I told you, I had to get rid of my fucking shit. Because I don't want no motherfucker thinking that they got power over me if they gonna use it the wrong way. You know? Because this is the thing you got to understand about relationships, Leo. This is about you understanding, right? That when you enter into a relationship with somebody, you are trusting them with your heart. They're trusting you with their heart, right? And knowing that they have feelings for you, you have feelings for them. Both of you have power over each other, right? But also trusting this person not to take advantage of it, you know? Because like I said, if I know that I have that type of power over somebody, that's the last fucking thing I would do to them. Because I know that type of shit with our background and the things we've been through, that's not something we get every day. People don't freely hand us that shit. It's us handing it to other people. So you got to think about that. If somebody comes in and does that, you're not gonna do that because you're not that type of person. Because if you was that type of person, you wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be talking about this. Okay? So what I'm trying to get you to understand is if you want to be in a love relationship and you want it to be healthy, at some point, you're going to have to open yourself up and trust somebody. You can't just be shut down and think it's going to work, okay? Because like I told you, if you go into something like that, you're doing exactly what your exes did to you. You're doing that to the new person. And then it's just going to fall apart at the end of the day. Like, that's why I told you, go slowly. Spirit is telling you to pack light. I hear it in my head again, pack light. Don't be holding on to these grudges and all this stuff. And I told you, holding on to the grudges, holding on to what these people did to you, it's weighing you down. Because when I let go of this shit that I was holding against my person, or my ex, let me say the ex, because they are not my person. My ex, it was like free. I was free. It was like a weight was lifted off of my shoulders. So that's why I talk to you about this every week. And I give you Spirit's recommendation for you to pack light, to let go of these things, okay? Because I want you to have peace of mind, because peace of mind is a beautiful fucking thing when you got it, okay? And like I told you, I feel like the majority of y'all, when you get that peace of mind this time, you gonna fight like hell to fucking keep it. And that means about you, you know, it has to do with you being discerning about who the fuck you allow into your energy and who you don't. Because I told you, everybody can't fucking be here. Everybody can't be here because everybody don't fucking mean you well, even if they are giving you rings. Because some people try to use things in order to try to control you because they don't know how to do it in a healthy, not control you, but they don't know how to exist in a relationship with someone else in a healthy way. That's what I mean by that. Not that they're trying to control you in the right way. Because, you know, I don't like that shit neither. You know, because I feel like if people don't understand, if you come into a relationship the right way, all of the things that you want will just happen. You won't have to, you know, twist yourself in knots and turn yourself into a pretzel, but it has to be with the right person. And that's what I'm trying to get you to understand, Leo. This person that's coming is the right person, okay? All right. Okay, let's get some messages from Spirit, and then we'll get some messages from your person. Okay, so we have the calm card showing up here. It says, I'm surrounded by the energy of calm, peace, and positivity. The angels remind you that calmness comes with the determination to live happily ever after in the present moment. Wait, let's try this again. The angels remind you that calmness comes with the determination to live happily in the present moment, relinquishing the past and not worrying about the future, but placing our lives firmly in the Creator's hands. So it's about you surrendering and just saying, I'm just going to trust you, because like I said, some of this shit is just over our heads, Leo. Okay? And so like I said, they done took the wheel, just let them drive the fucking bus. If you're gonna trust anybody or anything, it should be your spiritual team, you know? Okay, let's get some messages from your person. Let's see what they want to tell you. Okay. Okay, there it goes. It says, look, oh, all this stuff, I can't make it up. Look, opening up. It says, I'm getting ready to say what's in my heart. I know that this is love. It's true, unconditional, and everlasting kind of love. I want you to know that I'm trying to open up, but it's so hard for me to put my feelings for you into words. But I know that I have to do this, and you need to hear them. And you got to do the same thing too. Like I told you, you don't have to go at a fast pace. Just like, you know, you got to go at a pace that's comfortable for you, but you have to show the other person, just like the other person has to show you, that you're willing to do it. Okay? All right. So let me get these Black Hollywood Romance Stars Oracle cards before I let you go. Okay? See what else Spirit wants to tell you. Okay, so we have security showing up here. It says, what is yours will always be yours. This love is secured by the divine. Okay, so Spirit is telling you, this person is for you. They're meant for you. So don't be afraid. Like I said, Spirit's not going to sit here and tell you this, because I keep trying to tell y'all, my fucking spiritual team, because it be people in the comments saying, oh, you cussing this and that. I don't think Spirit was. I'm like, not my team. I'm like, my team, they hardcore. We the same. We have the same type of energy. Okay. So I'm saying all this to say that this is for you. Okay. Spirit is holding this person is for you, but you're going to have to do what they're asking you to do if you want it. Okay. Then we have warm embrace here. It says, let yourself enjoy your partner's loving arms around your body. Their touch ignites a flame within you. Okay. So like I said, you got somebody come in that their energy, because I sit in this energy every week, their energy is so beautiful, okay? And you see the card, right? 10 of Cups. This person wants to give you love, unconditional love. They want to give you a family, if that's what y'all want to have. They want to combine families with you if you already have families, or do both, okay? This person wants to do nothing but have beautiful experiences with you, because we got the Fool here. They want to take that leap. They want to create this beautiful, beautiful relationship with you. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's up to you what you want to do. Okay? All right, Leo, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Love y'all, Leo. Bye.